My name is Kathy Sanchez. I'm originally from a small town in the northeast part of the state named Cedarville. When I was 13, I was given a shirt that had a verse on it that shaped the behavior throughout my teen years. The verse read, "Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come and the years approach when you will say, I find no pleasure in them." Acuérdate de tu Creador en los días de tu juventud, antes que lleguen los días malos y vengan los años en que digas, no encuentro en ellos placer alguno. I remember being 18, about to graduate, and worrying about how I would pay for college, where I would live and with whom, what my major would be, what school I would attend, how to correctly fill out all the paperwork required. I was the first in my family to attend college, and everything was new to me and my parents. The only thing I had left in these moments of uncertainty was my faith.
Hello, my name is Adrian. I'm a freshman here at Chico State. I was born and raised in Chico, and I've always been interested in God. Parents taught me pretty well about religion, and for a while we weren't, but when I was like 12, we started going to church and doing all those activities. But when I was like around freshman in high school, I kind of I was in church, but I didn't really pray a lot.
My name is Sandra, and I'm a freshman at Chico State. During my high school years, I attended church twice a week, was part of the Students for Christ Club at school, and felt so overwhelmed with God that I just felt I needed a break from Him. When I came to Chico, my plan was to party, live life with no regrets, and just have as much fun as possible. I soon came to realize that was not what He had planned for me. After probably 1 week, I was lured to a table by some friendly people. After meeting Gelda, that's when I knew God wanted me for Himself.
I prayed every day of my senior year that God would answer these questions. And He did. He blessed me financially so I wouldn't have to worry about school my first semesters. He opened doors to a place where I could live and placed a roommate in my life that led me to the church I now attend. For many years I wondered, why Chico? Why this city that had a reputation that I was not part of? I felt like I was walking towards something I couldn't see. I never stopped going to class, but I didn't know why I was going. It wasn't until I allowed God to take me by the hand and guide me that I started to see His plan for me. Little by little, and class after class, I started to see that the social work field was my calling. But it didn't stop there. About 2 years back, my work led me to meet a young Latina student like myself. She and I didn't start off on the best foot, but gradually God started to show me that what she lacked in her life was a relationship with Him. I started to share my faith with her, and we began to be more than just co-workers. She became a dear friend to me. One Wednesday night, she invited me to go on campus to a crew meeting. This was the first time for both her and I, and we had no idea what to expect. In all honesty, I felt a bit out of my comfort zone, for she was one of few who looked like me. As worship was going and I saw arms being lifted up in praise, I realized that our exterior didn't matter, because it was one God who we all worshipped with one same love. That night we met Elda Mariscal, who introduced this idea of Destino on campus. Ariana and I knew how God had transformed our lives, and we knew that this opportunity that was presented in front of us was not happening by chance. That night, God got a hold of my heart and spoke to me, telling me that this was the reason for Chico, that all those prayers and pleas of guidance had led to this one night. I had claimed wanting to serve Him, and now He was opening the door for that. Destino came in God's time for me, in a time where I was mature enough to say, yes, Lord, yes, I will serve You, and yes, I will share Your word with others. My vision for Destino is to see the Latino students on campus rise in unity and serve our God.
So when I started going to Destino last semester, I started hanging out with all the cool people there, and they started bringing me together and helped me pray, and didn't realize how many young people there are praying and following in God's footsteps.
Since Destino started, I've been growing my faith and on fire for God. I've learned so many new things, and I'm encouraged to read my Bible and seek our Creator. Destino has transformed my life completely. It's like my little Chico family. I can not only say I believe in God, but I believe myself when I say it.
Destino has a focus for the Latino community, but it doesn't go to say that if you're not Latino, you're not welcome. Any person who has a heart for a change on our campus is meant for Destino. Destino is a pathway to someone who will love you unconditionally, who will comfort you in the moments when you're lonely, who will give you a joy that no substance can offer. His name is Jesus Christ, and I invite you to let him in your heart today. He will transform you, and he will make you a new person in the inside that others will notice on the outside. Say yes to the promise of all eternal life. There is nothing you have to give. The price has already been paid. God taught me that my education didn't have to be separate from the relationship I have with him. This becoming part of my life has allowed me to form a community where I can relate to others, but more importantly, it has opened the door for me to share my passion for God, to share what he has done in my life, and also to keep growing in my faith. Through all the uncertainties and insecurities, loneliness and frustrations of being away from home for the first time, God gave me the courage and strength to face it all and be victorious. He answered every one of my prayers and gave my life a new meaning. He promises to do the same with yours.